Julie the Whippy Chick here, and I just had to MacGyver my phone a little bit. I keep forgetting to put my my little clip in this car. This is a new to me car, so I keep forgetting to do that. It's in my old car, which my son drives now, so I MacGyvered it up there with some elastic from an old face mask. You do what you gotta do, right? As needs must. So how's everybody doing? I hope you're all doing great. I am doing a really quick video on my lunch break, little car chat today, because I wanted to show you some finished objects that I have. Got a few FOs to show you. Two are hats and one is not a hat, and it comes with a confession. We'll start with that one. We'll start with the one that comes with a confession. Okay, sorry, I'm going to try to stop talking so fast. I'm just trying to get a bunch of stuff done in a very short space of time. Okay, so I don't know if this looks familiar. Does this look familiar to anybody? Last year, I asked my viewers to help me pick a color to join my granny squares for my Christmas blanket. Pretty small blanket, right? Really small. Okay, so it's like a lot of projects where you start off with a lot of momentum and you're really excited about it, and then it gets to be work. And then you just lose interest and you just don't want to do it anymore. So I made a lot of squares and I started piecing them together, and I just didn't want to make more squares, and I knew that I was going to need a lot more squares if I was going to make this into a blanket. So instead I decided to make it into a cushion cover. So it's nice and big, and I actually do have a pillow at home that fits in here nicely. So I just have to come up with a way to attach it, you know, on the end, so that I can temporarily use it for Christmas. But it's still cute, right? And you guys did a fantastic job picking the light green to go with the other colors. I really liked that nice contrast. So that's finished object number one. One morning last week or the week before, I said, that's it. I'm tired of looking at that sitting there in the bag. I'm finishing it, even if it's not a blanket. However, I did end up with a lot of extra granny squares. So I've got a lot of extra granny squares here, and I'm not quite sure what to do with these. So I'm gonna look through some granny square Christmas projects on Pinterest and see if I can find something to do with these other finished granny squares. And this yellow one doesn't belong in this bag. I'm not sure why that one ended up there. The rest of them are all Christmas colors. So that's one finished object with a confession. So that's going in the done pile, or this is going in the done pile. This I still have to figure out what to do with. And it was interesting because I was cleaning out my little cupboard where I keep some things, and I found a lot of granny squares, and they're all different shapes and sizes. They're mostly like granny squares that I wanted to experiment with, like new patterns, but now I have a bunch of them and I'm not sure what to do with them. So I think I'm going to like lay them all out, and maybe I'll make a video while I'm doing this and see whether it's worth like just kind of putting the same color border around everything and making like a super scrappy blanket. I'm not sure. So stay tuned on these, because there's a bunch of them. And these too. So those are something to come up. This is a finished object. I've got a whole bag of stuff here from when I was cleaning up. Yeah, I'll go over that another time. There's like a whole bag stuff, whole bag full of stuff there. So we'll put those away, and I'll show you my other two finished objects that are done in the last week or two. Okay, close your eyes. Your eyes closed? Don't cheat. Close your eyes. Okay, you can open your eyes. All right, so this was another thing where I had some yarn. I just needed to get rid of it or throw it out, and I hate to throw it out. So these were like these mini skeins. They were like tester skeins or something from AC Moore. These were Studio by Nicole samplers. I think they were called samplers, Studio by Nicole samplers. And I think they were probably a sport weight, really thin. So I worked, I took all three of them, all three of those little tiny skeins, and I caked them up together. So I took all three strands together, stuck them on the ball winder, and I just caked them up together. And it was like little pink, white, and red strands, and they're just all in there together. And I just knitted a simple hat. If you're a knitter, it's like the easiest knit project ever. It's just knit 2, purl 2 for the band, and then just straight knitting all the way to the top, and a couple of decrease rows, and put a pom-pom on top. So if you're interested in learning how to knit, this is, like I said, one of the simplest projects ever for knitting. I do have a couple of early beginner-friendly knitting projects just to learn the basics. It's not a project or anything. But if you're interested, yeah, maybe this could be a tutorial. It's like super, super simple for knitting. So yeah, that is another finished object. I don't know, I just felt like knitting. Sometimes you just feel like knitting. Okay, time for my last finished object. So close your eyes again. Close them. Don't peek. Okay, you can open your eyes again. All right, so this is not a new pattern. This is my Snow Day Beret pattern. I just felt like making one that would be sparkly. So I don't know if you can see that it's sparkly, but I used Big Twist Twinkle. I love Big Twist Twinkle. It's so sparkly. And I love red for clothes, for myself. I just like red for myself for clothes. Yeah, so that was a fun project too. If you haven't made it, again, it's pretty easy working in the round. I have a pattern and also a tutorial available, so if you want to make one. I did make this one just a little bit bigger than the original pattern. You just work your increases a little bit longer, your increase rounds, and then you do your decrease rounds a little bit longer too. So it's not too tricky to adjust it to the size that you want it, but I'm already loving this hat. It almost makes me wish for colder weather. Almost. Right. Who wants colder weather? I don't know that I want colder weather, but I do love wearing my berets. I think I've got like 5 of them at this point. And I have another skein of Big Twist Twinkle in the blue. So there might be a blue one in the future. Or maybe I'll use it to make little girl ones, because I do have a lot of little nieces. And I think there's nothing cuter than little girls wearing berets in the wintertime. It's just too cute. Too stinking cute. I'm also thinking I'd like to make mittens in this, so I could kind of have like a set. But I'm not sure if there's enough left on my skein for mittens. So stay tuned. Maybe I'll have some mittens to show you soon. We'll see. We'll see. I think that's about it. I'm going to go ahead and eat my lunch of champions. And just kind of breathe for a few minutes before I have to get back to work to do some meetings. I'll be in meetings all afternoon, so oh well. It's good though. It makes the day go by faster, and it's Friday, so we're getting close to the weekend, and you can't beat that. So good stuff. All right, everybody, I hope you're having a great day. I hope you're taking care of yourself. I hope you're looking for the beauty in every day, because it is out there. It is out there in spades today. What a beautiful day we have here. Blue sky and leaves fluttering down from the trees. It's gorgeous. All right, everybody, take care, and I'll see you next time.